Woo! What's up everyone, I'm Coach Dan, back again for day 76 of our at-home OTF workouts. So well done to everybody who completed Mayhem or gave those workouts a go. Definitely a lot of tough workouts, but we're moving on now, and today we have a Greatest HIITs Edition, meaning we're bringing back blocks and exercises that we've done before in the past, putting them together. Today we've got to focus on core and cardio. So great workout. As always, please join us in live on Zoom. See, we're doing it at 7 AM with myself, 1 PM with Coach Katie, and 7 PM with Coach Emily. So I'd love to see you guys getting involved, and as always, sharing with us on social media. Have a great one, guys. See you soon.
Time for your dynamic warm-up. This block is going to be 5 minutes of work with 5 exercises. All you're going to need is a yoga mat for this one. Ready to get to work, D?
Let's get warmed up.
All right, we're going to start with 1 minute of a cobra swing. You're going to lay down flat on your mat. You're going to start with your feet about hip width apart, those toes anchored to the ground. As you can see, Dee is placing her hands on the small of her back, shoulders nice and tall. You're going to raise that chest off the ground, full extension with the arms to reach out in front of you, back to the small of your back. This is going to work your shoulders as well as your lower back and core. Options here, you can always reduce your range of motion. Next up, we've got 30 seconds per side of a T-spine rotation. Dee has her hands stacked underneath her shoulders, knees stacked underneath the hips. Placing one hand behind the ear, elbow nice and wide, we're gonna rotate at the midsection, trying to make contact with that planted hand. You've got 30 seconds per side. An option here, you can reduce your range of motion. Next up, we're going to warm up those ankles and hamstrings, crossing our right foot over the left, pressing through the ball of the left foot to raise the glutes into the air, elongating that hamstring, bringing that knee back down to the ground. Option here, you can always reduce your range of motion. You've got 30 seconds per side. Next up, 30 seconds per side of an iso hold plank bird dog. For this, you're going to extend your right arm out, left leg back, drawing your belly button to spine, squeezing your glutes to keep that core engaged. You're going to hold that for 30 seconds per side. An option here, use your own personal range of motion. Last but not least, you have 1 minute of a bear plank alternating shoulder tap. We're going to press through the balls of our feet, raising our knees just off the ground enough, belly button to spine to engage the core. Nice, slow, and steady, bringing that hand to your opposite shoulder. Option here, you can always drop your knees down to the ground, but make sure to keep that belly button drawn to your spine. You've got 5 minutes of work. Let's get warmed up.
Everybody wanna party, put your bottles where they should be, cause the party going on and on and on and on. You said to catch that rhythm, I wanna dance right with ya. Oh mama, oh my, oh mama, oh my. You start to drive me crazy, just say you'll be my baby. Oh mama, oh my, oh mama, oh oh oh.
right, team, it's time to blast that core with Coach Joe. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This block is 5 minutes long at 3 rounds. Your first exercise lasts for 30 seconds. It is a side plank crunch. You're going to really lift through the obliques using that foot and then squeezing the elbow together, really working your obliques. Your option is to drop to a 90-degree knee, hips still lifted out of the ground, 30 seconds for this exercise. You're going to do that on the left and right side. Your next exercise is a high plank oblique knee tuck. So you're going to jump, exploding out of the plank position, bringing those knees forward and back. Your option is to simply step up, driving one knee forward, and taking it also back into that plank position. That's 30 seconds, and then you're going to take a rest for 15 seconds, starting that same block over. Let's get ready to blast some core and blast that body.
If I had my time again, I'd do something about it. But it's too late, baby, and you're running on out the door. I never knew it'd come to this, never thought we'd cloud it. But can you hold on, baby, just a little bit more? At the start, you were by my side and you were
This tornado is guaranteed to leave you breathless. We've got 5 exercises, 1 minute of each, for 3 total rounds. You'll have 1 minute of rest in between each round. Here's where it gets fun. In round number 1, your transition time between exercises is 30 seconds. In round 2, you'll have 45 seconds. In that final round, you're going to be a little bit more winded, so we'll give you a full minute between exercises. Ready to do it, Dee?
Let's see what you got.
Let's hit it. We got our first minute is going to be a scissor jump. So for this one, feet are going to be hip width apart. We're going to be shuffling forward. There we go. Really shuffling those feet, almost like we're trying to sprint, but just nice low to the ground here. An option is we can always just do a step back in place. Next up, we have 1 minute of a high knee raise, 3-step. So here's how it's going to work. High knee, 1, 2, 3, pause at the top. So you'll keep it up to hip width the entire way through, pumping those arms. An option here, you can slow things down or reduce that height of the knee. Next up, we're going to need a chair. We have 1 minute of a hop over using the chair. Hands are going to be securely planted on the sides of the seat. We're going to explode, getting those feet up in the air, hopping from side to side. An option is you can always step over and back. Next up, we're going to flip it around. 1 minute of a bench chair dip. We're going to make sure our hands are secure behind us, stacked underneath the shoulders, feet out. We're going to make that right angle from hip down to knee, down to the heel. We're going to bring the elbow to a 90-degree bend, pressing through the triceps back to our starting position. Option here, you can always reduce your range of motion. Last but not least, we can go ahead and get rid of that chair. We're going to drop down into a high plank for a single leg raise to knee tuck. So starting in our high plank, hands stacked underneath the shoulder, feet hip width apart, belly button to spine, we're going to raise that heel off the ground nice and tall, swing that knee towards the chest, then alternate sides. An option here, that other knee can drop down to the ground and you'll switch things up. 5 exercises, 1 minute of each, 3 rounds. Get ready to do some work.
I can't resist, I'm powerless, like a fly to light. From out the mist, I see a shine. You're the one for me, and I've been known to give in too easily before. But I know I feel something I've never felt before. Then you told me stay, don't worry, be strong, come along, be with me. It's not too late to change, don't worry, be strong, come along, be with me. I'm feeling like a flame at night, I wanna be the flame in your fire. I'm feeling like a flame at night, I wanna be the flame in your fire. Let's burn it down. Let's burn it down. Let's burn it down. Your touch and kiss, my heart's first wish is coming true. I've begun to grow, and now I know you're the one for me. And I've been known to give in too easily before. But I know I feel something I've never felt before. Then you told me stay, don't worry, be strong, come along, be with me. It's not too late to change, don't worry, be strong, come along, be with me. I'm feeling like a flame at night, I wanna be the flame in your fire. I'm feeling like a flame at night, I wanna be the flame in your fire. I'm feeling Make up your mind what you're searching for. Sticky claim, is it fame? Do you see your name in lights? Make up your mind what you're searching for. Is it money? Is it something like freedom? Nothing against myself, but I can really see myself. Come around, come around, come around. Now I'm holding it down. I thought I was quiet, but then you brought that loud. It's instant that I mentioned. Did you know that? In a minute, I felt different. No take backs, take back. Everyone's got a little bit of magic. Everyone's got a little trick up their sleeve. Yeah, everyone's got some kind of abracadabra. So cast your spell and make them believe. Ooh, you got some kind of magic, yeah. Yeah, you got some kind of magic. Oh, you got some kind of magic, baby. Yeah, you got some kind of magic. Put that pride on a shelf. Now you can really see yourself. Clearing out, clearing out, clearing out while you hearing me now. You ain't gotta keep quiet about what you got now. Never instant, not to mention, cause you know that. But each minute feels different, no take back. Everyone's got a little bit of magic. Everyone's got a little trick up their sleeve. Yeah, everyone's got some kind of abracadabra. So cast your spell and make them believe. You got some kind of magic. Baby, you know you got some kind of magic. You got some kind of magic. You got it, you got it, you.
Team, congratulations on making it through that total body blast. It's now time to bring that nervous system back to normal with a few stretches. This block is 5 minutes long. Your first stretch is going to last for 20 seconds, a standing overhead stretch. You're going to lean over to the left and also lean over to the right. Once again, you're holding for 20 seconds. Your second stretch is going to be a standing quad stretch. This is at 20 seconds as well. Holding your balance on your standing leg, you really want to stretch the quad muscle of your opposite foot. Your next exercise is going to be a standing hamstring stretch. Keeping a neutral spine, you want to lean forward slightly, really feeling that stretch from the hips all the way down through the hamstrings and the calf muscle. Once you finish that, you're going to then return to the floor in a seated position. Chest is going to be nice and tall. You're going to rotate your spine to the left, to the right, holding, and then you're going to rotate to the left. Really feeling that stretch, keeping your lungs and chest open. And the last stretch we're going to go into, you're going to lie on your back. It is a figure 4. So you're taking your bent knee, crossing it over, ankle and knee touches, pull that knee towards you, really squeezing out the glutes and relaxing those quads. This is 20 seconds for each exercise, 5-minute block. Congratulations on making it to the end.
I was all caught up for a while, running circles around my own head. Too bad I was acting like a child. I'd rather act like the woman I am. You don't know I could do anything. You don't know where I could go. You don't know I could do anything. You don't know. I woke up feeling brand new. Nice to meet you. Don't tell me what I can't do. I'll get it done. Woke up feeling brand new. It's nice to meet you. I bet it's nice to meet me too. Took a while for me to realize I never put myself first. Look my reflection dead in the eyes. I said it's time to see your self-worth. You don't know I could do anything. You don't know where I could go. You don't know I could do anything. You don't to meet you. Don't tell me what I can't do, I'll get it done. Woke up feeling brand new. It's nice to meet you. I bet it's nice to meet me too. Don't let them people get you down. They're just afraid of changing times. They try their best to drown you out in hurtful words and harmful ways. No one said that this would be easy. This world can be so cold. Lift up your bed and show